with Huffman, and well, I'd say we basically need to shut these folks down.
Well, on behalf of the cafes, we were pleased to hear that Representative Huffman acknowledged that sweepstakes are not gambling, that he wants to preserve what he called, I think, real sweepstakes. The challenge then becomes, how do you distinguish between some businesses and not others? And as the 1851 group pointed out, that's simply unconstitutional.
So your point is, when he says he really wants to allow McDonald's to do its sweepstakes, but he doesn't want you to do your sweepstakes.
Right, and so could we say, try to help Sears out in selling washers and dryers, we should outlaw laundromats? That's contrary to the very basic foundations of our country and our constitutional rights of laissez-faire to establish businesses. And let me make it clear, the Sweepstakes Association are willing to be regulated, but as Representative Huffman made it clear, he wants to put them out of business, and that's where we differ.
You're still saying, though, are you still contending that you are not selling gambling?
Sweepstakes, by definition, under Ohio law, is not gambling. Otherwise, McDonald's could not do it either. Sweepstakes, you get consideration. That differs it from a lottery. You don't get anything from a lottery. And the law does not distinguish about how much sweepstakes is appropriate, or how much consideration is appropriate. Otherwise, we'd be regulating Beanie Babies and Chia Pets.
One point they made here. Look, other gambling, other operations, the payouts are regulated and they're public. With your operations, nobody knows. He says you're making a lot of money and you're not. We don't know what your payouts are.
Are payouts regulated on bingo? Are payouts regulated on veterans and fraternal organizations? I don't think so. But again, on behalf of the Sweepstakes Cafe, regulation's okay. We're willing to come to the table and account. That's not a problem.
So what kind of regulations would you favor? How do you do this?
We're ready to debate that. That's what the whole process ought to be about. Where we draw the line is putting them out of business.
The average person on the street walks by one of these places that says Internet Cafe. It's got a slot machine logo on the front window. People are going in, treating these like slot machines. Why is this not gambling?
It's not gambling because not only is it not a scheme of chance under Ohio law, and if it were gambling, the local law enforcement would be shutting them down. That's pretty obvious. So I don't think we have to debate that. And as Mr. Huffman said, as Representative Huffman said, sweepstakes are not gambling.
Groups representing poor people are saying they want to basically shut you down because it's mostly low-income people who are spending this money and, in general, losing their money.
Is that their position on the casinos and lottery tickets and bingo, too? I can't speak for them.
But can you respond to the argument that it's low-income people who are the customers?
I wouldn't know that. And again, I think those are demographics that ought to be debated in full if we're talking about gaming.
When you're willing to be subjected to regulations to include background checks and eliminating folks who have felony convictions and things like that, I mean, to what degree do those people already exist, though, in this business throughout the state?
I have no idea. But again, on behalf of the Sweepstakes Association, we do support background checks. We do support regulation. Where we differ with this bill is, as the representative said, it's intended to put us out of business. It's not intended for the Attorney General to regulate anything.